Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Realities of Real Estate. I'm Jared Dennison. I'm joined by Kyle Baker.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in.
Kyle is our local expert on lending here in Central Florida. As promised, he's joining us on a wide range of topics covering both buying and selling process here in Central Florida, as well as Florida throughout.
Absolutely.
That said, what we do want to talk about today is using a local lender versus a big bank or an online lender.
Biggest things that I see in my side is that people feel comfortable walking into their bank saying, hey, I do my checking, my savings, everything here. They're going to give me the best deal. They're going to give me the best service. Ultimately, come to find out that that's just not the case. And so that's one of the big things I wanted to touch on today is getting connected with a local expert, local lender that has a part in the community. Their reputation is needed, and really staying focused on you and your individual transaction, as opposed to just being a number or a transaction throughout your process.
What Kyle's getting at is, when we're making offers, the most important part for the seller and the buyer, right, is that the loan closes.
Correct.
Because if you don't close, you're not going to make any money as a seller, and you're not going to get a house as a buyer. What that means is, when you go to make an offer as a buyer, you need to make sure that your offer gets accepted. So in your experience, Kyle, when you're working such as with me and other realtors, would you say that you guys have an integral part in making sure that the seller or the seller's agent gets a good feel for the loan of the buyer?
Absolutely. And that is something that I do, 99% of the time. I want to reach out to the listing agent, speak with the seller if they want to talk to me, and let them know what we've done. We've gone through the loan application, we've run credit, we've gone through their income, their assets, we've done verifications of employment. We know that they are qualified to buy this house. Not only is that important to the seller, but to the buyer as well. Knowing your budget, knowing your affordability, what's going to be expected from you throughout the transaction. You're not going to go and just start shopping for houses having no idea what you need to pay, what are closing costs, what is a down payment, what options are available. So we have these consultations to really lay everything out and then go through 3 or 4 or 5 maybe, different options and what's best for you, your family, and really make sure that you're comfortable throughout this transaction.
Another thing that you just reminded me of is when you guys are shopping for homes and you go to the bank has hundreds of products, right? They do mortgages, they do credit cards, they do savings accounts, they do checking accounts, they do auto loans, etc. With a local lender, they only do home mortgages, right? So you're going to get an expert that's specific to not only your area, but to that product. I don't necessarily want to sit down with a banker that mostly does credit card applications, and all of a sudden today, they've got their mortgage lender hat on.
Correct. We're not going to try and sell you on other products or other services that we offer. We do mortgages and we do them really well. Right. We don't do anything else, and having a team of experts or very trained individuals that know the process, they know this market, they know what the Central Florida market is about. We know what closing costs are. We know, we have a great idea of
where
what
our
things
tax
are.
is at, all that.
Correct. Knowing how to find information is really important, and that's something that we pride ourselves on with our team is really knowing the market that we're in, because if you don't, it can be a very tricky situation.
100%. And another topic I really wanted to another piggyback topic on this is when you're making the offer, kind of going back to that first thing we talked about. When you guys are making offers, if your realtor is not calling the selling agent and including the lender in the process, they're doing you a huge disservice.
Absolutely.
And furthermore, with a bank versus or even an online lender versus a traditional or local lender, there are some pitfalls that you might find yourself in. I'll ask Kyle's opinion here in a second, but from my perspective, when we have a local lender that is in the realtor groups, goes to events, shakes hands and kisses babies, right? Kind of, with the realtors every single day, there's a big difference from the seller's agent perspective of, oh, I know that realtor, I know that lender, they'll get you taken care of, no problem, versus, hey, here's our pre-approval from Big Bank USA, blah, 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 whatever. And that seller's agent has to call a 1-800 number.
Oh yeah.
An extension. They're probably going to get a voicemail. And then if it's after 5 p.m. on a weekday, forget it.
Good luck.
or if it's on the weekend, which is when most people shop.
Absolutely.
Forget it.
I mean, most of my clients, I need to be available on weekends. In the evenings. Everybody's working, hopefully, throughout the day. If they're getting a mortgage loan, hopefully they're working. And so, you know, I've transitioned my life to be available on the weekends. You know, you could probably catch me at the beach or golfing on a Tuesday, you know, morning or something, you know, but on the weekends, I need to be available because that's when you're shopping. That's when, you know, the majority of home buyers are out. And so just being available, and then again, making sure the seller's comfortable with us and that you're comfortable and you know what you're doing.
For an example, just for the viewers that might see this, how would that conversation go from your side and how would it go from my side? I think I'll just start with how I would.
Yeah.
Okay, as an agent representing you, I would submit your offer with an email that specifically covers everything we've done to make sure that you are a strong buyer. I would include my lender partner on that email so that the seller's agent's also aware of what's going on. And then I would also shoot a call or a text to the agent and say, hey, we're here as a team, we wanna work with you, and here's my lender's contact information for this buyer. And then from your side, what do you do on that backside?
Yeah, I mean, we play it as a team very well. Right. So, I mean, we've been doing it a long time, and we've structured this out of how we write offers, and they're clean, they're easy to understand, and again, opening that line of communication from day one, so hour one, you know, and in this market right now, it's extremely competitive. So just because you have the highest offer doesn't mean it's gonna be the best offer.
Correct.
The best offer is the one that's done their due diligence and the one that's gonna close.
Yep.
So what I do is I always like to call, shoot a text, whatever I can do to get in communication with that listing agent and let them know, hey, here's how my process works. Here's what I've done on the back end. We've done all of our work already.
Correct.
All we need is an address and we can close this for your seller so everybody can get paid and move on.
And then the final note on that, guys, is that the stronger your connection is with your lender, and ideally, again, I think we've proven that local lender is going to be the better way to go, the stronger your connection is with them and the more paperwork that you've submitted ahead of time prior to making the offer, the stronger you can make the other terms in your offer to set you apart from the other offers.
Timelines, inspection periods, everything.
Right, because if you know that you can get financed and you're gonna get your approval within X amount of time, faster than your competition, put that on the contract.
Absolutely.
And get it accepted.
Absolutely. Individualized contracts and pre-approvals are very important.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us today, Kyle.
Absolutely.
And we look forward to working with you guys. If you found value in today's video, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section. And if you have specific questions about your loan, or if you're looking to sell and you have questions about how this process works, feel free to call or text myself or Kyle, or you can shoot us an email. Our information's at the end of the video.
And please do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. The more this information gets out, the better we can serve everyone.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
See you later.